Hello everyone, I'm Desviani Lestari Anggreni Surbakti, a student of IMI International Business School. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this occasion, I will deliver you the mind mapping of global economy and international business facilitated by our honorable lecturer, Professor Roy Sambel and Miss Yulita. I have a favorite punchline of Professor Roy. He said, "It's okay to make mistake as long as you learn from it." Okay, let's get started. In this class, we discuss about global economy, global trade, international financial management, international monetary and financial environment, international strategy, international business function, and event analysis on international business. First, the global economy. The global economy refers to the interconnected system of economic activities and interaction that occur on a worldwide scale. It encompasses the production, distribution, and consumption of goods and services by individuals, business, and government in various countries. The pillar of the new economy: first, cost reduction; second, better customer service; and third, transparency and competition. The global economy can experience turmoil and disruption due to a variety of factors and events. Dealing with a VUCA environment requires organization to be agile, adaptable, and prepared to respond to unexpected change and challenges. It also emphasizes the need for effective leadership and decision-making under conditions of uncertainty and ambiguity. Strategies for navigating VUCA situation often involve risk management, scenario planning, and a focus on innovation and resilience. Organizations that can successfully address the complexities and uncertainties of a VUCA world are better equipped to thrive in the face of constant change and disruption. Now we talk about global trade. Global trade is the exchange of goods and services across national borders. Countries specialize in what they do best, import what they need, and export what they excel at. Tariff and quotas are trade policies used by governments to regulate international trade and protect domestic industries. International financial management is a branch of finance that deals with the efficient allocation and utilization of finance resources across national boundaries. It encompasses a wide range of financial activities, strategies, and decisions in a global context. Key aspects of international financial management include: first, foreign exchange management, and then international investment, risk management, capital budgeting, financing, and then market analysis. International financial management is relevant not only for multinational corporations but also for individual investors, as it involves making decisions about cross-border investment and assets. This field requires a comprehensive understanding of global finance, economic, and regulation to make sound financial decisions in the increasingly interconnected and dynamic world of finance. The four risks of international business: first, commercial; second, currency; third, country risk; and the fourth, cross-culture risk. Key players and links in the global monetary and financial system play unique roles in the global economy. Important individuals and linkages in this system include: first, central bank. The global monetary system revolves around central bank. Each nation has its own bank. Central bank regulated interest rate, oversee the money supply, and intervene in foreign exchange market to stabilize currency prices. Commercial bank. Commercial bank over a variety of services to consumer and corporation. And the third, multinational corporation for the IMF. The World Bank, and then stock exchange, foreign exchange, credit rating agencies, and international trade organization. Next, we talk about international strategies. We will discuss about international strategies. Consists of four. First, strategy objective. Consists of efficiency, flexibility, and learning. And the second one is visionary leadership, that we discuss about international mindset and cosmopolitan value, and then willingness to commit resources, strategy, vision, and willingness to invest in human asset. And the third about strategies emerging, the immigration responsiveness framework, and the fourth, industry. If we talk about the strategies emerging the integration responsive framework, we talk about home replication strategy, multi-domestic strategy, and global strategy, transnational strategy. If we talk about industry, it consists of global industry and multi-domestic industry. Companies doing global business do international business function. These functions are necessary for international operation. First, exporting or importing. Importing entails buying from international suppliers, whereas exporting involves selling the foreign markets. There are the foundation of global trade. Number 2, market research. Understanding overseas customer requirement and preferences requires market research. Data on customer behavior, market development, competition, and regulation is collected. The third, market entry or expansion. International market entry and expansion are strategic decision. Organization make enter market through exporting, franchising, joint ventures, and subsidiaries. For global sourcing and supply chain management, global company often uses foreign suppliers for components and raw materials. Cross-border commodities and materials move smoothly with good supply chain management. Number 5, international promotion and marketing. Marketing strategy for overseas market must be adapted. Number 6, overseas finance and currency management. 7, international legal and regulatory compliance. 8, cross-culture management and adoption. 9, global human research and talent management. 10, risk management and compliance. 11, logistic and transport. 12, government and PR. Building relationship with foreign government and local communities help navigate regulatory and political setting. 13, transfer pricing and international taxation. 14, corporate social responsibility. Integrating ethical and sustainable CSR into international corporate operation is crucial for reputation and social responsibility. 15, global strategic planning. Developing and executing international business strategies to achieve 15, global strategic planning. Developing and executing international business strategies to achieve organizational objectiveness is a core function. This includes setting goals, allocating resources, and monitoring progress. These functions are interrelated and require effective coordination and management to ensure the success of international business operation. Organizations must adapt and customize their strategies and approaches to meet the unique challenge and opportunities present by each international market they enter. Last but not least, event analysis on international business, divided to the 4th group. First, global pandemic. The second one, trade war. The third one, digital era. And the last, green or climate change. I think it's enough for me up to this point. Thanks for your full attention. I highly thanks to Professor Roy and Miss Yulita for having us and facilitate us in this semester. Thank you.